Oh no, they're saying now that they're doing a big review of policing, and it'll all be different, and everything's going to change.
And of course, it turns out that they'll actually only encourage it. That's what they want as attack dogs. That they lied and had a fake coroner say that he died of a heart attack, but then they had a second autopsy done, and it wasn't what they'd said.
Yeah, pretty much that. Sorry. That's pretty much that. I mean, yeah, the first autopsy wasn't full enough. Didn't come out with the full facts of the case. So the second one then clearly showed that he didn't have a heart attack at all, but died of internal bleeding. They also lied about whether they'd had contact with him. They lied about whether they'd hit him, and eventually it came out that they did. They did all those things.
Well, he was delivering newspapers, and they beat him from behind, it's reported, and they killed him. And that's what you get trying to deliver newspapers. You die. And according to, I guess, that you make mistakes, people die. Hail the police. How dare you ladies even question them?
Disgusting behavior.
All right, well, we'll stay in contact with you and keep a stiff upper lip. God bless you. We appreciate that British steel against the tyranny of the EU taking your country over, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
You bet. Take care, ladies. All right, Mark, John, Josh, Dave, and others. We're going to go to you here in just a minute or two. In fact, we'll just go to you right now, and then I'll get into all this massive news. Open world government takeover. I cannot say this enough. I've asked Paul Watson to write an article explaining to people that this is it. This is the takeover of society right now that we're witnessing. This is all the tyranny, all the corruption of the past. They would try to claim they weren't violating our rights with the Bill of Rights. They would try to claim they weren't engaged in tyranny. Now it's just, we're going to secretly arrest whoever we want and torture you. Yeah, we're going to taser you to give DNA samples. We're going to have warrantless checkpoints. You have the army on the streets. Yeah, we're going to take your private property. Yeah, we're going to tax everything. I mean, it is really happening right now. And yes, Paul Watson got the article written. Red alert, the total takeover of America enters its final phase. The hot coup, not just seizing government, that already happened by the offshore banks, corporations, through the National Security Council and that whole National Security Act umbrella. Now they're grabbing GM and hacking it up and giving pieces of it to who they want, and Chrysler, and grabbing what dealerships they want and giving it to who they want. They're grabbing the infrastructure, the power plants, the land, the lakes, the roads, the schools. They're openly announcing every major state's federalizing their police. Arizona just announced they're merging the state police with the feds. I mean, it is just off the charts, and that's coming up later in the next hour. Full frontal assault on every aspect of freedom kicks into high gear as the elite twist the knife into the rotting carcass of the United States. And that's what it is. I mean, this is just, and now they got the bills to openly ban everything I'm saying and arrest me under felony charges. And people will see me arrested and just be, well, we better shut up. I mean, this is hardcore bullying. They've decided to run a Nazi Germany level takeover. They're just hammering it in high gear. They're going for broke. And I hope you realize that, folks. I'm going to cover the hate crimes bill, pass the House, total ban on free speech. Now, if all of us stand up and say no, they're not going to get away with it. Let's go ahead and go to some of your phone calls here. Let's talk to Mark in Florida. Mark, you're on the air. Welcome.
Hi, Alex. Good to talk with you again. Look, I was just wondering, how did these folks ever consider the constitutionality of the laws that they pass? You know, and because this latest thing they passed in the House seems like it's a complete invasion of privacy. It may be against the 9th and 10th Amendment, too.
No, it's home. Listen, it's home inspections, 10th Amendment violation, everything regulated, anything that has carbon. It creates boards with unlimited power to take over whatever they want. Just like they got gun bills to let the Attorney General ban whatever he wants. Just like they got water bills to let the EPA take over whatever they want. Everything they're doing now is about total corporate dictatorship, and then Obama creates corporate boards that sit above the government agencies and tell them what to do. This is corporate government.
So it's not just unconstitutional. It's like they're dancing on the casket of the Bill of Rights.
Sir, the Clean Water Restoration Act states word for word that the feds can do whatever they want. To take anything that's got even water under it, and all all the crust of the earth has water in it. I mean, there's underground water everywhere. You can dig for water anywhere on the planet and find water. And it's total control. I mean, they're openly announcing a Bank of the World, and the Federal Reserve will be the governorship of the U.S., and that no one can review it, no one can touch it, and any financial transaction or anything that affects the economy is under their regulation with no oversight. A private corporation through treaty, that's what this congressional law is. It's a treaty with a corporation, will rule America completely. They already use the money power to buy everything up. Now they want to force you to sell. This is just mafia. This is just hammering everything.
I don't know what to say. I'd like to know what I can do. I mean, I can do a few things, but
warn people, tell people, abolish the Fed. They're the enemy. They're the usurper. They're the false government. This is corporate tyranny. They all brag that, oh, Hitler did this, Stalin did that, Peter the Great did this guy did that. They say, we're not going to do that. We're going to have a corporate tyranny, kind of a British imperial model, a behind-the-scenes corporate model, where they create this web of international laws where they're above them, and then all of us are ensnared in them. And so you just reveal how ridiculous it is to have a foreign offshore banks openly buying off our governments and having our government illegally cede and abdicate their power falsely over to them. It's a corporate takeover. Just like corporations take over other corporations in third world countries and CIA coups, that's all this is. You understand? But they're really...
Yeah, I do.
Hey, good to hear from you. More calls coming up. They are coming after everybody, folks. They got a gun to your head, and they're saying, you're going to give us everything.